What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Danny Garcia did an interview on Fight Hype. Let's talk about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Check out the boxing news and welterweight playlist. He says that he still could go back down to junior welterweight. Down to welterweight if it's a big fight down there. He also talked about why Crawford and Spence ain't happening. But first thing that stood out was that, well, the first thing that stood out in the interview that he talked about with Ness, as Ness is working for Fight Hype now, is that you know, he'll move up and fight Jermell. Okay, he said he'll move up. He said he fight Jermell. He wants the top guys. You know, he used Tony Harrison last opponent. You know, as a reason he said that he ain't a top guy, and he gave Tony Harrison hell. He said he gave him hell. So I mean, you know, at the same time, he get knocked out. He said Matisse was the hardest puncher he fought. You know, he get knocked out. He just simply don't have the strength. He don't have the power, in my opinion, which yet to be seen. And he don't have the speed or the athleticism. Usually when guys move up, he said he was going to be on this Duran shit. When guys move up, you know, you beat guys with skill, intellect, speed, you know, and whatever else you got. And Danny Garcia don't got power. Then wasn't a top guy at 47. They made him out to be a top guy because he was a name for 47. He just wasn't a top guy, in my opinion. All right. I think he was a top 10, you know, bottom 10 list. You think about him struggling with Guerrero. You're talking about, you know, I think Jeff Horn was better than him, Manny Pacquiao. He lost to Lamont Peterson technically at welterweight. So Pacquiao, Horn, Peterson, Spence, Thurman, Porter, Crawford. So that's 7 people right there that I could think of. I just don't really think Thurman. I said Thurman already. I just think he was a bottom tier. I mean, a lot of people thought Guerrero. Even Floyd said he thought Guerrero gave him some problems as well too. So, you know, him going for Jermell, that'd be a big payday for Jermell. And that's what you're supposed to do when you move up. You're supposed to go for the top dog. Excuse me. You're supposed to go for the top dog. You're supposed to go for the guy with as many belts or as many credentials to bring the most money, and that's what he's doing. You know, yeah, Roberto Duran moved up and beat Iran Barkley, all right? And I think Barkley may just beat Thomas Hearns, but yeah, you're supposed to move up for big fights, big money, big accolades, big trinkets, big belts, you know, big atmosphere. But that's just a tune-up. That's just the equivalent of his brother fighting Brandon Adams, or his brother fighting, you know, Montiel, you know, on paper. You know, him and Danny Garcia is just, you know, it's a tune-up. That's something that might have to happen in Houston for his homecoming. He said that eventually in the near future that he's gonna be fighting in Houston. So why not bring Danny Garcia to Houston? But Danny Garcia bring all the clout to the division. He bring Jermell biggest payday, but he'd probably be Jermell's easiest fight. It won't be a struggle like it was with Tony Harrison. You know, it won't be a struggle like it was with John Jackson. You know, unless Danny Garcia, you know, he said he stayed in the gym. Excuse me. Unless Danny Garcia, you know, show something that he didn't show at 47 because he was malnutrition or weight drain. But honestly, man, I really don't see what he brings to the table, but target practice. You know, Jermell, the Charlo twins ain't they don't have the longest reach. They don't have the longest reach, but you know, he got a 73-inch reach. And Danny Garcia, you know, and reach really don't mean nothing. Don't really, if you got speed or you give up your reach, it really don't matter. You know, and Danny Garcia got 68.5-inch reach, but you know, the difference between Spence and Jermell is Jermell take a lot more chances. Jermell, you know, is a little bit more reckless in his attack. You know, so you know, Spence gonna be very technical, maintain his reach, not take too many chances. But with Charlo gonna take chances. Charlo gonna load up on every shot. You know what I'm saying? Charlo gonna load up on every shot. Charlo, I think, is more athletic. Obviously carry more weight. You know, that's gonna be a tough fight because Charlo brings speed, athleticism, power. And Danny Chin ain't never been checked like it's gonna be checked in that fight. All right, that's one thing Danny gotta look at, and Danny gotta look at it from a competitor standpoint. If I'm gonna move up and get my ass whooped, I'm gonna go to a division where I'm gonna bring money to it. I'm gonna go to a division where, you know, I'm the top dog, I'm the biggest pull, not getting any fight. Now, if he was being smart, right to Tim Tszyu, get a belt, and do that. But like I said before, Lara, you know, is a bad matchup for him, even though Lara is a regular belt WBA holder at 54-60. But, you know, for him and Jermell, to me, that's a good fight. I mean, it's a good target practice for Jermell because he gonna knock Danny Garcia ass out. Danny Garcia ain't never been knocked out, but he gonna get knocked out that fight, in my opinion. Okay, but that's just my humble opinion on that one. But I just don't see the advantages he got over him. You know, maybe better opponent. He fought better opponents, but has he truly beat better opponents than Jermell? That's up for debate. But you know, that's anybody could be that 47. Maybe Castanos. You know, Castanos is a guy that's kind of smaller in dimensions. Maybe Tim Tszyu. Other than that, maybe it could be Jared Hurd. But Jared Hurd got to find his way back up. J-Rock, bigger variety. Maybe he could touch his chin, but do we got enough power to hurt J-Rock chin? You know, that's the question. Because J-Rock, we know J-Rock can fight. Okay? That's one thing we know about J-Rock. He can fight. All right, but moving on. Excuse me, moving on, boy, it's hot. He said Spence don't punch that hard. He said it's more about Spence's physical strength than it is about Spence punching power. He said, you know, Spence, he said Thurman hits harder than Spence. He said Matisse hit him the hardest throughout his career. So, I mean, he said he ain't being biased and nothing. He said Thurman just had more He said Spence was just physically stronger. Him walking him down and the pressure that he put. He just said physically stronger. He said Pacquiao can knock him out. He said he probably can knock Pacquiao out with a body shot. So, he's saying that Spence don't punch that hard. And like I said, you can tell he don't punch that hard. You know, he ain't been punching hard since he was a young whippersnapper in the division. Okay? It might do something to weight drain, but he ain't actually a puncher. You talking about natural punchers, like real punchers that we talk about, like Wilder, Matisse, Madonna, Victor Ortiz. He not in that category. Thomas Hearns, you know, he more of a, you know, he's like a maybe A- B+ punching guy, but you know, his accuracy, his punch placement, him being very technical, you know, him having a high IQ, you know, well, maybe not so much the IQ. He just don't take chances. He don't have to. You know, he accurate. He gonna land at the same shot. He gonna systematically break you down. And on top of that, he's a great body puncher. You know, what else do you want? You know, of course he ain't got to be. He not a one punch knockout artist. Ain't too many of them walking around, you know, at once. You know, back in the day, you had G-Man, Jerry McClellan. Shout out to him. Thomas Hearns. You had maybe you had Shavers. You had Norton. You had some guys, you know, that can crack. But you know. You know, but Spence got much more than just power. He just got other things to his matter than power. You know, he can cut the ring off. He got length. You know, got a good jab, good body punching, and that's probably gonna help him out. And that's what he brings to the table. So, you know, I think that help him going up. But as far as like speed and athleticism, he pretty slick. But you know, speed ain't gonna be his thing. When he move up, it's gonna be, you know, volume, jab, his accuracy. All things that make him good at welterweight is going to be why he's a good 54-pounder, why he's a good 60-pounder, and why he may have a chance versus Canelo. Okay, but, you know, people say, when that's asking like Danny Garcia, people going to say you hate him. He said, no, being honest, yeah, Thurman got more thud. Okay, he said Matisse, he said if you don't bite down, Matisse going to knock you out. Okay, so he said Matisse was the biggest puncher, then Thurman was the second biggest puncher, but, you know, that's his opinion. People going to say, hey, Errol Spence ain't no big puncher, especially not at the weight drain. Okay, he ain't no big puncher. People ain't going to want to believe it. People say he can knock out Pacquiao. You know, like Danny said, it's going to be to the body. You know, it seemed that he hit harder to the body. I think it's more about his accuracy to the body, his jab, and his accuracy to the body. And that's going to be Pacquiao's biggest problem, is getting around that stick. And that's either going to feint, you know, move to Pacquiao's right and try to get off there. But that's going to be a very, very tough fight. That's going to be a tough fight, man. But yeah, that's him. You know, I do think Thurman hit harder, you know, but then the thing about Thurman hitting hard, he wind up. He don't have the technique as Spence do. Spence is natural. He just touch you. Thurman wind up to get shots. That's why Thurman got elbow problems. He hurt. His hands hurt. Thurman don't have the technique. Thurman just wind up and throw shit. And Thurman probably caused just as much damage in the ring on the bag, you know, It's just as in the ring. You know, he's, you know, just his actual fights. Watch him hit the bag. You know, he just don't look comfortable hitting the bag. So, I mean, we'll see. But Earl, you know, Earl don't compromise technique for power. Keep Thurman wind up to get shots. Earl's just touch you. it's natural. Keep lining up for shots, and somebody like Floyd Mayweather would have ate them apart, as long as they didn't get caught. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all the social media links, description. Faster reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All my links there, Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJGood313, that's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Rest with a donate, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
All right, appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, man. Everybody that been here since day one. But if you want to continue to support the channel, you want to continue seeing me go to these fights, man, I appreciate if you do donate to the channel. Now you have several ways to donate, and you can like the channel, you can share the channel, you can subscribe to the channel. Most of you guys do that on everything. But financially, if I'm gonna go to Wilder Fury, Spence Pacquiao, and all the big fights, and I'm only entertaining in going to the big, I'm only interested in going to the big fights, I'm gonna need you guys' support. You can reach me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anytime for any, advice, or you want to advertise your business on the channel. It's another way you help support the channel. I do want to work with businesses and all that. But if you want to make a donation, Cash App is CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link is in the description as well too. Appreciate it. Peace.